Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for checking in again. In this week's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys all about setting the grid correctly in Serato. If Serato gets it wrong, which it does sometimes, this video will teach you how to get it right again. Cool, let's do it. Okay guys, so I'm hoping this video is going to be nice, short and snappy, unlike my usual marathon videos that are 20 minutes long. Before I get into it, I want to say if you guys are new to DJing, beginnerdjlessons.com. If you guys want to produce incredible tracks so you can become a superstar DJ, beginnerabletonlessons.com. And don't forget to start following me on Instagram. I'm really trying to get into it. I'm trying to do more Instagramming. Okay, cool. So let's get straight into it. Sometimes Serato will just analyze a track wrong, and you need to know how to get it right again. Because if you're using the technology at all, as in you're looking at the BPM on the screen, or you're checking anything on the screen at all, and that beat grid is wrong, it's going to really throw you. Now, if you guys are just beat matching by ear and you're never looking at the screen, then you don't need this. But I'm guessing most of you probably are. So here's the thing. What I've done is I've chucked a track in. It's one of my beat tracks. It's 128 beats per minute, okay? And I've purposely thrown the grid off big time. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to get it back on. And it's going to be quite a good example of this because it's 128 beats per minute. It's a 4 on the floor, so 4 beats to a bar. That's a bar, 4 beats to a bar. And I'm just going to show you how to get it on. So, first thing you want to do, go right to the beginning of the song, okay? And you'll see there's the bar numbers here. First bar, second bar. Over here is -1 bar. So you want to make sure you go from the 1, 2, 3. And we want to, first things first, we want to just make sure that 1 is on the first beat. Now, this is how you do it on DJ decks, and I'm going to show you how you do it on the actual program, okay? So, what your DJ decks will most likely have, and if they don't have this, you have to do it on the program, is this grid adjust and slide. Slide, if you hold it down, and you can touch the top of the jog wheel, and it will slide the grid to the left or the right, like that, okay? So you want to slide that 1 all the way to that first beat. Now, just show you quickly, if you don't have those features, you've got to come on Serato here, go to Edit Grid, and this section will pop up here, where you can slide by kind of doing it in micro bits, or even more micro bits here, all the way along till it's lined up perfectly like that, okay? Let's go off Edit Grid now. Now, as we know, it's 4 on the floor, 4 beats to a bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. This is the beginning of the next bar. But as we look on Ableton, we'll see the second bar is starting all the way over there. So even though we've slid the grid, we've now got to adjust the grid so it kind of is the right BPM, so to speak. So you guys have guessed it. You go to adjust and you slide that 2, because the number 1 will always be locked, okay? You slide that 2 all the way back to here, like this, like that. So you think, cool, well, we've done it. Make sure, by the way, another top tip, make sure the tempo slide is directly in the middle. Okay, cool, so we've lined up the first bar and the second bar, and we're looking at the screen, and we're going 125.8. Well, we know the song's 128, like I just know that is. But here's the crazy thing, right, and maybe this is a glitch with my program, but if I just press play, once it goes past the second bar, it jumps to 128, watch. Boink. No idea why it's done that. Now, I'm just going to quickly take the grid back out, so I'm going to adjust the grid so it's wrong again and show you how you would do this in Serato. So you go to Edit Grid, and what you can do is you can see adjust here. You can just bring it back, like that to this point here. And there we go, we've got it on point, and you can just click save like that, okay? So that's how you do it on here, and that's how you do it on Serato. Now there's something else I did want to mention. You can actually do this live. I wouldn't recommend it because it's terrifying. But say you're actually doing a set live and you notice the beat grid was wrong, you can hit one of these and actually readjust it live. Watch. Hit adjust. And you can move that grid in and out. You can change it around. So if you're actually going live, you could kind of set it as it's going along, just like that, okay? Scary, I wouldn't recommend it, okay? Now, here's the next thing I want to tell you about, okay? Notice how it says 128.1. That 1 is bad because it will always throw you out, even if it's a minuscule amount. So, how do we get around this issue? The answer is to go further on in the song, just manually go along, go towards the end of the song, and you will notice that beat grid has gone out. So, once again, adjust. Bring it on point, let go, lo and behold, it's gone to a perfect 128 beats per minute. Hallelujah, happy days, we done it. Everything's right with the world, the equilibrium of the world is now perfect. Okay guys, so that's relatively easy. When you've got a track that starts with a drum beat, it's a 4 beats to a bar, everything's relatively easy. What happens when you've got a track that's got a bit more of an odd intro that doesn't have a strong drum beat? What if it's a hip hop song that doesn't have a solid dum 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 dum? It's more like a slightly unusual drum beat, like dum dum tsh, dum 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 tsh. You know, and it's not so easy to count along. Well, I've got an example here and I'm going to show you exactly how I would do it. So there's a track here called Bunny Hop, okay? As you can see, it's kind of just way off. 1 beat there, 2 beats there. It's a bit odd. Let's just have a listen, okay? First thing I can hear is a hi-hat. So that's going to give us a beat. So instead of a drum beat, we've got a hi-hat now. Have a listen, okay? Cool, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the number 1 beat to that first sound. Now notice with this song, it's kind of got a trail in of hi-hats, like a okay, have a listen. But I'm going to ignore those. First bar, I'm going to slide it along. So that get out number 1 to the first sound here, okay? 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to adjust this in, bring that 2 all the way in here like this, okay? 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4. Now, I can already see it's kind of gone out a bit here. See, I'm guessing that that 9 should kind of be right on that new sound that's coming in. So I'm going to get the adjustment. I'm just going to slide it along to there. Okay, let's keep going. Now, something else to point out is at this point, I'm relatively confident that we're getting a lot closer. And I look at the BPM, I see 141.2. And I'm thinking most tracks are not written in a 0.2 structure. So it most likely is 141.0, this track. So the next thing I'm going to do is just go much later on in the song. And now look at those snares. They're not right, the blue bits here. So all I got to do is grab adjust, bring that so it's exactly right like this, so it's in line with that snare. And look, 141.0. I think we've done it. So there you go guys, that's how you do it. There's one last bit of advice I want to give you. If you feel like your computer's so wrong you just want to start completely from scratch, you can go to edit grid and you can go to clear and you can just keep clicking clear until the grid goes completely, and then you can set a marker at the first point, scroll forward, and at the beginning of every single beat you would go to the next beat and then you click set and you can go through and set the different points. There's another way to do it, but these are the techniques of the way I would probably have done it. But if you want to start from scratch, that's how you do it. So there we go guys, that's how you set the grid on Serato. It all kind of comes down to knowing how to count music. If you want any help on that, I did a video on it last week. I'll put a link up here and you can learn how to do that. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment so I know what you guys think about this. And give it some thumbs up as well, because that's like YouTube currency. Guys, beginner DJ lessons if you want to learn how to DJ. Beginner Ableton lessons if you want to learn how to make your own dance music. I'm done. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.